Hi. We're at Lord's.
Oh, well, we started.
Was that it?
Hi.
Okay, hi. And this is George, and we have some questions for him at the end.
Let's
of the
start
first
that
day.
again.
Right, end of day one at Lord's, England v Australia. Ask George, and we'll go straight into it, shall we? Dave Studland says, would Ben Foakes have used both hands to remove the pitch invader?
His feet are so quick that he wouldn't have allowed them onto the pitch. He would just have been in better positions. Hey, there's no way he could have carried that guy off, is there? Johnny Bairstow is strong.
He is a bear of a man, isn't he? He's a bear of a man.
I thought it was entirely appropriate and proportionate what he did, and I hope he doesn't receive any criticism at all.
Of course, it's a dangerous game. Terry Alderman hurting his shoulder in 1982, etc. But luckily, it seems he's okay. Next question from Curran. I don't know whether that's Tom or Sam, but anyway, it's unacceptable to turn up flat and lacklustre on day one.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit hungover. I'll level with you.
We
were at a wet. Oh, they don't mean me.
I don't think so.
They
haven't read your copy yet, have you? You haven't filed it.
It's a harsh world.
Let me finish the question.
3 other pieces.
You have done very well today. Any reasons for it, or a bit of baseball fatigue?
Well, if you're talking about me, Adam Collins' wedding yesterday, a little bit the worse for wear. Definitely gone through that stage where I've been begging God for the sweet mercy of death. But anyway, feeling a wee bit better now. If you're talking about the team, I don't think many of them were there. I thought they were a wee bit unlucky early on. The fielding was poor, the attack is a bit pedestrian, and Australia played quite well. But I would be a bit worried about the sloppy mistakes, the catches, the no balls. Luck is a factor, and they didn't have some luck with the playing and missing. But the things that you can control, keeping your foot behind the line, I thought they were a bit sloppy. And it's starting to happen quite often. If you're going to talk about saving Test cricket, you probably need to do the basics like that a bit better.
George is actually wearing morning suit trousers, which makes me wonder if he did a Dennis Compton, didn't go to bed last night. Next question, James Weil, regular reader of the Cricketer. Is the England attack too samey?
It's far too samey, of course it is. There are 5 right-arm seamers operating between, 78 and 86 miles an hour. There's very little variation. It's too easy for batters to settle and feel comfortable. It was very predictable that would be the case too.
What would you have done?
Well, I wouldn't have started from here. If you want variety in the attack, you have to be in a position where you can pick it, and they couldn't probably pick Sam Curran because he hasn't played enough first-class cricket. They didn't necessarily have an obvious spinner to pick because of all sorts of issues with first-class cricket. But, if you want to prioritise the Test team, then maybe people have to play a bit more first-class cricket, maybe not play quite as much IPL cricket going into the season.
This question is from Background Noise, interesting name. If you were an England selector, would you have played a spinner?
Yeah.
Yep. Do we need to elaborate?
I don't know.
Was Moeen Ali's finger gonna cut it? I was about to say. Would it have held up in this Test? Do you think? Or?
No, I don't think so.
So Rayan Ahmed, who was on the field today, fielding.
Well, that wouldn't have been my choice, but
Liam Dawson.
I might well have done Liam Dawson. Yeah.
I like Jack Carson of Sussex. Right, but I'm not. It's not Ask Hugh, is it? Does Ollie Robinson? This is a question from JWL. Does Ollie Robinson need to put on 5 miles an hour to be a long-term Test player?
No, he just needs to be more accurate and keep his front foot behind the line. Generally, he's been very, very good at Test cricket. This was possibly his worst day as a bowler. And so I wouldn't write off what he does. He's a very skillful bowler. He wasn't quite at his quickest, but 5 miles an hour. It was more like 2 or 3, I think, below his best. Just needs to be a bit better at what he does. He's entitled to have the odd bad day, of course. He's human, not a robot. But I think he is a very skillful bowler, and some of the talk about him in the last couple of weeks has been nonsense.
Sushant has asked, how unlucky is it for your name to end in Oaks?
The groundsman here used to be called Mike Hunt.
I think it was Michael Hunt, George, actually, wasn't it?
I've heard of more unfortunate names. I have a friend, hello Alistair, called Alistair Dick. I mean, registration in class must have been tricky, no?
We had signed.
I can see the poor fella who has to edit this literally just put his hands to his temple. I think we've stayed just the right side of things there.
From Matt, is all the talk of baseball moot if you continue to drop catches and bowl no balls?
Yeah, it's hubristic. If you're going to talk about saving Test cricket and you're going to talk about kind of winning even when you lose, you've got to do the basics a bit better, because England looks sloppy today.
Simon Landau asks, what do you think the Bazball approach to being 600 behind after the first innings would be?
Well, you know what it'll be. They'll come out punching. They will. They're going to be true to it. You can't say they're not consistent, but they'll come out punching.
You're punching, aren't you? JDK 1970 asks, is Father Time finally knocking on Anderson's door?
I mean, he had a bad day, but so did Ollie Robinson, and you're not necessarily asking that about him. Maybe. He genuinely, of course, it's going to happen, but on the basis of a bad couple of days, I'm not quite ready to go there yet.
Background noise again. He's making foreground noise here. He's asked two questions. Has there ever been a greater gap between aesthetics and effectiveness as there is with Steve Smith?
Have you seen Alistair Cook?
Nicholas, not Mark Nicholas, I don't expect. Is this what it was like watching the Ashes in the 1990s?
There wasn't a lot of expectation, you know. There was more expectation this summer, and there wasn't. I mean, I remember England teams saying things like, "We just want to compete." So no, we're not there yet. But I take what you mean. Actually, it's quite an interesting question. Yeah,
Mick Vaughan changed that approach, didn't he? And we're all done, George. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.